Hey y'all, I'm Rachel, and over the past several days, I stopped saying the words please, thank you, and excuse me, which in this world isn't that unlikely, but I normally try and say them as much as possible. But over the past several days, I stopped saying them, and I noticed that people were one of two sides. They either looked really offended when I didn't say these things, or they didn't even notice that I wasn't saying them. So I think that just sort of shows how in our society it's not that unusual, but then again, we are in the South, so a little bit of common courtesy is expected. Um, Other than that, it was actually really hard for me to stop saying them because I do try to say them a lot. I think the main thing that I noticed from this is how hard it is to break out of the pattern that you have developed over your lifetime. My dad was in the Air Force, so courtesy and respect is a huge thing in my household. Um, and so I think for me, trying to consciously not say please and thank you and excuse me and things like that, especially for like when I would go to lunch or go somewhere and people like are serving me or like interacting with people who are working for me, it was really difficult not to say please and thank you and excuse me and things like that. And I feel like it just shows that humans are such creatures of habit. Like we get into these patterns in our lives, and when we attempt to break them, it takes so much conscious thought and conscious effort to stop doing the things that we're so used to doing. And it sort of makes me wonder, like, how genuine is it when it's just reflex almost. um, so for me, I think that was the hard part of this project was um, not necessarily like the reactions that I got from people, where sometimes people would just like do a double take almost, like, oh, that, like, she didn't say anything. But I think the hard part for me was just consciously making that effort to stop what I always do. The conclusion that I've drawn from this project would have to be that I cannot wait to go back to saying please and thank you to people, because I guess I just am really accustomed to being polite, and I hate not doing it, which I think was generally the idea of breaking a social norm, because it's not normal.